Welcome back, I'm FrozenMelon's, still continuing our Let's Play of Hades. So this time round, for weapons, we're going to be using these swords to get a bit more darkness. So let's just jump into the run, shall we? Now we get our first blessing from Aphrodite.
I cannot help but wonder, dearest, why Lord Hades would have kept your mere existence hidden from us all this time. Perhaps he knew that once you met us, you would stop at nothing to come seek us out.
Attack inflicts weak, we'll take that, it's just more bonus damage. So how is everyone doing today? I myself keeping myself fairly busy at the moment, doing all sorts of different wonderful things.
Ringers.
Kind of also going through sort of a few more ideas on what sort of the content I might like to upload in the future as well, and to get sort of proper stuff kind of sorted for work.
That's mine.
So we'll go for the increased health here, won't go down to chaos. We saw that last time in the other run. And we'll take the key here. But now I was thinking kind of might do like some other games that I wouldn't mind kind of doing, because I am going through a bit of Guilty Gear Strive at the moment in my sort of free time when I get the chance to play that. I always like fighting games. I'm not exactly any good at them, but I do like playing them.
Okay.
And when I end up picking like a particular main, I will just play that character to death, and eventually I will kind of grasp what I'm actually meant to do with the character, from like types of combo strings and sort of how to play them to be more aggressive against certain opponents and stuff like that. But I don't kind of end up going up far up sort of ranking ladders and things like that. This sort of similar thing back when I was playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters, which I still do pick up every now and again. I tend to play sort of either more sort of general characters or ones that not many people tend to pick up, like very basic ones, and just take them as far as I can with what they get given. So. And I will admit, with Guilty Gear Strive, there is one YouTuber at the moment, which I think it's Basaru, which is a Ramnathal main, which I do quite like watching. I said he put some early good guides up when the game was first released on just sort of what you can do with Ramnathal, which I think was really helpful towards my kind of play as well. But I don't know, so how do you guys feel about fighting games? It's like whether you're good or not, I don't mind. I said it's more the fact that you like playing them. Is it more fun with your friends? There's some of my friends, we did used to play quite a lot of it back in the day between sort of things like when I was at university, I played a lot of Dead or Alive 5 with some of my friends.
The one called Nyx. She is your mother, as I understand? We Olympians rarely consort with the chthonic gods, though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was spurred to act.
Okay. Special could deflect, that's me quite good. Holy Shield could be something quite good. This is where you kind of want to start picking up the ones you don't have, just so if I can kind of get the prophecy done as well. See, you can tell I just have a problem with sort of anything that has a shield where I can't like stun lock it. But no. One of those things I know people would like find that watching, you know, me going through sort of what I do with like how I can like train in regards to the combos, setting those up, and maybe putting up a few matches up. So if there's something you guys like would enjoy watching, it could be something I do. At the moment I kind of keep it in my own free time when I just want a bit of downtime. Just sit there, practice some combo strings up, and then seeing what works, and then put that in practice against the sort of the bots in the game as well, and sort of the arcade area. And then once I feel I got a hang of it in the arcade off consistently, I'll then take it to the ranked on the celestial floor or on the floors, and seeing how far I can take it up. If I can then perform it in the games consistently,
Grant me strength.
I think it goes out quite nicely. But dropping healing items, next boon, increase rarity, let's pick both those up. And in this case I'm going to take the weapon upgrade rather than the two there. Now, I don't know sort of people that play Hades, like quite a lot of Hades, as myself, I'm more of a casual person when it comes to games like this, if they would rather take the two boons rather than the actual upgrade. Especially at Wild Dash Strike. I think the special Strider is not that bad. Or if they go for the weapon upgrade and maybe get something that can kind of change their playstyle, as it were. I do believe, yeah, I did hit it there.
It's dark, all right.
And let's start getting the gems this time. The gems give more permanent upgrades, and I'm getting a good amount of nectar already, but also we've got two in the back, which I don't really need that many of them. But I mean, so what sort of fighting games do other people like? I said, like going through them, one of the very first ones I ended up getting in, especially when I was younger, was sort of the Mortal Kombat series. Again, I was a young lad that quite liked the extreme violence it showed off, so why not play games like that? And at the time, I kind of always liked just playing
Right there.
Shang Tsung in that game, just because the fact that it was just funny to me that you'd have sort of like a character like him, how he worked was quite unique.
I'll pay for that. I'll just have a look around.
Okay, so we've got nothing else here, so let's take on the boss. Ooh, no, we do have a fishing spot. So this is why I bought the fishing rod earlier.
Fishing there.
Let's see if we can get a fish.
Fish. They got a hellfish.
There we go.
Can't get rid of me, Meg.
I heard what happened. You crossed the river of flame. You really did it.
That Hydra was a total bastard, though. Bastards. But you sound practically impressed with me there, Meg. I feel so flattered.
You'll soon feel something else. I don't know how you did it, but it changes nothing.
Put it there. Yes, as for other games I enjoyed playing when I was younger, I never really got into Smash Bros. That much until I started playing it on the Wii U, which then I made play with friends we had them round and doing, again, the usual thing of setting up tournaments, seeing who could beat who and things like that. And as I always did on that game, I always played Link. I just liked playing Link. Whether he was good or bad, didn't mind. It's just the character I wanted to play at the time. And I think the other character I then played as well alongside Link was Ike as well. Just any sort of characters with swords or things like that, I always like picking up. Just thought it was just funny that they come into essentially what is a, essentially as it is like it's a cartoons game character brawler, and they're bringing swords to cut their enemies up. And it's just kind of funny watching essentially a knight character coming in and fighting off against Pokemon. Which I think kind of captures the heart of like what Smash Bros was meant to be all about in the first place when it was first released. Okay, boss down.
Got you.
So I'll take my darkness and move to another level.
I'll just be a moment, Father.
Here's to a pleasant voyage
Won't
of
bother
the
asking how come
Master.
all my keepsakes are here.
And I will toss that there just for the gold, keep that.
This ought to help for sure. Nowhere to go but up. Hot up here.
So today's been one of those sort of weird days today. It's been quite warm outside. So I did manage to go for a nice run this morning, which I think just always kind of managed to keep the peace. Wake up, put the headphones in, and just go and have a nice run and relax.
Delicious.
Okay. Yeah, which I do like doing. I said, it's just one of those places where you can kind of just go away, relax, and not have to kind of worry about any other things. You can kind of just get on doing what you want to do.
Come on.
And it's the only problem is then you realise that all the stuff that you were trying to run away from by going for a nice run and distracting yourself is probably still be there when you finish and come back, but it's neither here or there.
Who else?
And normally what I follow that with is after a bit of a run and I'm sort of warmed up and I'm doing sort of just general exercise stuff from just a bit of weight, small weights, and push-ups, sit-ups, stuff like that. Because as much everything goes, you still got to keep yourself exercised and keep yourself healthy.
Oh, back.
They're not having a good game this time round. I'm not concentrating enough, really. So what you can do here is actually gift the nectar to the gods, which I'm going to do here for Zeus, and they also give you a trinket.
Lord Zeus, Uncle, please accept this offering and all my gratitude.
Goodness, nephew, that's an offering indeed. I'm thankful for your piety to me, and as a show of generosity to you in turn, I present this.
My thanks, Lord Uncle Zeus.
So as you saw there, he did give us the Thunder Signet, which what that will do, it normally is there to try and make sure that you do get better boons from those particular gods, which is quite useful, and also normally guarantees that the first one that appears, or the next one that appears, boon is from that god as well.
My brother Hades always was a lonesome man, you know. I pitied him, but I could never quite extract him from his thorny shell. Now he stews resentfully down there. You needn't bear the brunt of his frustrations.
We'll take the call here, actually. I think that's worthwhile. That's what I was talking in some other videos. I'm quite a big fan of cooking myself, to be honest, and I've always tried to cook like big and wonderful things. I always do like baking cakes whenever I get the chance to as well. But I think that's more of a thing where I feel in the mood to do so, more than something I kind of enjoy doing all the time. So like I'll have an idea in my mind and be like, you know what, I want to see how that would taste, so I want to try and see if I can make that, and then I go for it. A good example of that was I had an idea of kind of making like a raspberry custard swirl cake. Like almost like a sponge with sort of custard through it and then sort of a raspberry, so you kind of had those sort of circular areas. And unfortunately, although it still was absolutely fine and tasted great, it did kind of prevent the cake from rising the same way, which meant there was a very squashed bit of cake at the bottom of the cake tin.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Yeah, we'll take that there. So I think this run is going to be one of those ones where I'm not going to do very well in it anyway. And we'll take this boss, the Dionysus buff.
Here goes nothing.
But yeah, I said it ended up kind of looking like an Eater mess. And for those that don't know what those is, think of it as just like essentially like cream or ice cream, stuff like that, with sort of like biscuits or cake or things like that you can kind of put through it with like fruits and stuff like that. Essentially it's a similar sort of thing, and essentially that's what that came out to be, is just a mess of cake in a bowl with custard and then raspberries. The taste is actually delicious. I said me and Mum did demolish that quite nicely afterwards. It was a bit of a shame though. And after that sort of failed experiment, and then made back with what I had from left from the raspberries and sort of the other things and the ingredients I had, I ended up making just a sort of basic raspberry and coconut cake, which was quite a nice one.
Again?
Unfortunately we lost this one.
Oh, blasted river of flame.
What?
Okay.
Whoa, you just got killed by one of those bloodless inferno bomber skeleton type guys. Nice. I always wondered what would happen if you just kind of stood around while all their bombs went off.
Thanks, Hypnos. Thanks.
Okay.
You are not to aid him in these matters, Nyx. His foolishness is to be scorned and reprimanded, not indulged. Do we have an understanding?
We have an understanding, Hades, yes. He is your own son, after all, and therefore your responsibility. I, in turn, have my commitments to this realm and to this house. You have aided me in them, so I remain, as ever, in your debt.
It is not necessary to remind me. Surely all those who once defied my brothers and myself would much prefer a post within my house over eternity within the lowest depths of Tartarus. Not that the darkness there would trouble you.
I hate it when they fight. Hey, did you see, boy? The old lounge is good as new again. You ought to check it out. Just don't annihilate it like you did last time.
Each savage countenance of Cerberus lights up to hear the news, doubtless beginning to assemble stratagems for ravaging the lounging area once more.
Don't even think about it, boy. You want more pets? I got more pets here, boy.
That is right. He is a good boy.
Hey, look at what I got out there, Achilles, sir. A vintage bottle of ambrosia plucked straight from Elysium. I hear this stuff is very good, but can't even open it. I've no idea what to do with it right now.
The drink of the gods. I hear it's good, all right. But only for recipients with whom you're close. Perhaps hang on to it until it's ripe for use? Somebody would be grateful, I am sure. Or it could fetch you something from the wretched broker over there.
Sell it or keep it, huh?
So there you go, it's just kind of explaining what you can use it for either later or early game as well. So it's quite a nice thing. I speak to Orpheus.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I was just wondering if you had ever heard of any other court musicians who had lost the will to sing? Your father's asked me to explain myself, and honestly, it has been rather difficult.
If it's any consolation, mate, I'm certain every single undead court musician serving in the throne room of the god of the dead has been through everything you're going through.
That'd be true.
Hey, that's new.
So we will buy that there.
This ought to help Orpheus keep his boundless libraries of music in order. Just have to fill it in.
Oh my.
So that way we can always get some music if we need it. Restoring more health, restoring more health. And
here, the underworld could always use a little extra renovating, right?
I think getting those urn pots is going to be quite useful later on anyway. And as you see here, we've actually unlocked all the music sheets that we can kind of play through because we've got that stand that we just purchased there. And you know what? Let's buy the rug for the bedroom.
Let's try a different rug there, if you please.
Your Highness!
Let's get this to
Dusa? I wanted you to have this. It's nothing really, just for your hard work.
Prince, I'm really grateful for this, really, and I thought I kind of got something for you.
Thanks, Miss Dusa.
I hope you're having a nice stay. Even though you don't want to live here anymore, Your Highness.
And there she goes again.
No parent should outlive their child. I'm glad I didn't. Died of infection.
The head chef is going to want this fish.
What do you want from me? Leave me alone. We've nothing to discuss here anymore.
I was just checking up on you. Just let me know if you wanted to talk for any reason.
I'm not interested in having company, especially from you. You stay the hell away while I'm off duty.
Sounds about right. So now what we can do is go to the
Cooking's
chef,
one way to pass the time.
and we can exchange basically what we pick up from the fishing to him to get other rewards as well.
The ancient casks of wine hidden within the recesses of the House of Lord Hades. Few have tasted the intoxicating vintage they contain, and fewer still are permitted anywhere near their vicinity.
Still waiting for the festive occasion when we'll open one of these. Done deal.
So there we got 5 more, and let's see what we can get from the broker if we need
Okay.
it. So I could exchange more for the bottles of ambrosia, which could be quite useful. Or I can just get 2 more keys, or I can just unlock something else. What I do here is just try and unlock as much as possible. So,
On my authority, I'd like it if you did this job for me. Is that alright?
polite way of asking to do that. And then we'll try and spend some darkness if we're able to.
A fine addition to the bedchambers.
Much of the softness of the richly woven rug the prince procured cannot be fully felt beneath his flame-licked feet.
I guess it's soft. I'm growing stronger.
So again, still need like 10 keys at the moment. We are on 7, so 3 more to get that. And let's go talk to Skelly.
Hey, pal.
You know something, boyo? I think you could do a real number on one of these columns, holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom! And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
Again, it just shows the character of the voice actors and they say things like that as well.
Maybe this one.
So I really do like this game for that sort of reason.
What's that one there?
So as you can see here, we got the feather duster we got there, which means that we do have a chance of getting extra health from the vases, which is what I pick up, because we are running a little bit low on health sometimes. And also because of the fact that I'm really bad at dodging. And you can see here, the thunder signet we got, the next boon you receive, will be from Zeus, and his blessings have a 10% chance to be rare or better. So you just get increased rarity on them also, which is quite nice.
Okay.
So this one at the moment was a little shorter. So just to try and give some other things, I think it would be quite nice to maybe go through the booklet on things we've got here. So we can start off with Hades, and then we can work our way down through them as well. So what is there to say about the Master? The Master is not just of the house in which I work, but of the entity of the domain beneath the earth, the place we all end up after we die. He is a god of a character. I have to give him that. In life, I once served someone who reminded me of him a little. Yet in just the kingliest of mortals pales in comparison. Suffice it then to say that Lord Hades takes matters of his fate-appointed underworld in utmost seriousness. And again, more conversations will unlock other bits of dialogue as well, going through those there. I say if you kind of want to go through all different characters, things like that, I don't mind kind of reading through them, especially if I sort of have runs where I kind of just get picked on early and taken out. But as I say, this was this run done. I said I do hope you, if you do appreciate, to leave a like and subscribe as well for more. And we do other things on the channel as well, which I might do a bit more of depending on the time I have available. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.